Hey guys, this is Lacey with ICO KC.
Hey, I'm Eric.
And we're coming this week with the pros and cons of living in Kansas City. And make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you will know when our next video hits. Our first pro for living in Kansas City is there are a ton of things to do around KC. You've got the festivals, which you have the Art Fest, which brings tens of thousands of people into the city every year. You've got the Irish Fest, you've got the St. Patrick's Day Parade. There's just a ton of festivals that you can go out and enjoy in the city, as well as a ton of museums around the area. You've got the Kansas City Zoo, Legoland, the aquarium, you've got Union Station, you've got the athletic pro teams in the city.
Yeah, you've got the Kansas City Chiefs, the Royals. For soccer, you have Sporting KC, and the female team also, the Kansas City Current.
Which they just started breaking ground for the actual stadium for the women's soccer, which is super exciting. This will be the first ever women's soccer field that was made specifically for them, that they're not just playing on someone else's field. So that's super exciting for the KC area. Did we mention the breweries? Mm-hmm. And if you like to drink beer, there are a ton of breweries down in the Crossroads and
just kind of all over the city.
Yeah,
really.
All over the city, but Crossroads, there's quite a few too as well. Definitely just to get out and enjoy. So if you can't make decisions, maybe this isn't a pro to you, or maybe KC's not the place for you, but let's go on. Number 2 pro for the Kansas City area is our traffic. We actually have one of the shortest commutes in the country, and we come in at the 5th shortest commute in the country.
You'll have some rush hour during rush hour times in the mornings, in the evenings, but overall, once you learn the routes and learn where the traffic's at, it's pretty easy to get around, and it's nowhere near what other big major cities are. You're gonna cut your time. I mean, it's just gonna be so much faster, better than anywhere else.
Next pro for the KC Metro is number 3, and that's that we have an international airport, which you can get to. It is up in the northern part of KC, but super easy and fast to get to.
It's currently kind of small, really easy, great airport, but they're changing it to be more of a bigger major city type airport where they're bringing in local vendors, different restaurants, and shopping to make it more of a non-flyover state, I believe is what they call it.
Yes, it is. So the next pro, number 4, is affordability. And we actually rank number 7 for affordability. KC coming in just under 15% of the national average. And in regards to the utilities, we are actually just a little above the national average. For utilities, it's 1% over the national average. So not god awful, not horrible considering the long cold months that we can endure here. And then groceries, in regards to the KC area, is just under the national average, 3%. So overall, Kansas City is a very affordable place to live. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the cons of Kansas City. And number 1 con we have is commuting around the city.
Which one thing you're really gonna want is a car or vehicle of your own.
Because the bus system in Kansas City is mediocre, and the trolley system services even a smaller area. Outside of the downtown area, the bus system is it's hard to connect and hard to get where you want to go and back home. So you will want a car. Number 2 con of KC is, unfortunately, we do have higher crime rate. And even though it is decreasing on the decline, it is declining at a much lower rate than many other large cities. So obviously I get out and about and never have any issues, but statistically speaking, KC does have higher crime.
So what you're going to want to do if you're making the move or looking to settle down in the Kansas City area, make sure to do your research on which neighborhoods, which areas you'd like to find a place in.
Number 3 con in the KC area is the weather. So while we do have 4 seasons, many are much harsher than the others, and our summer months unfortunately are pretty slim, and spring tends to be slim as well, and we have really long hard winter months, which is very hard keeping your house warm, and definitely the snow, removing it, getting around in it while they clear the streets and things like that. It just tends to be a little harder, harsher, and many times in the Midwest, we have very large ice storms. So if you like only summer months, KC might not be for you. Okay, so our number 4 con is the 1% earnings tax. So if you live and work in Kansas City, there's an additional, what they call sometimes an e-tax, and it's on your income. So it's an additional 1% of your income that's taxed if you live in the Kansas City metro. So that's something to consider. Okay, and as always, make sure you like, comment, and hit the bell for notifications for all our future videos. And as well, if there's anybody that we can ever help that you care about, we would love to do so. And please reach out, email, call us. We get calls all the time with questions about the real estate market, KC local. Definitely hit us up and we would love to answer all your questions. Talk soon.